Good evening, everyone. This week's video is going to start out a little bit differently. Last week, if you were with me, you know that I hunkered down here in the trailer because of a windstorm that was coming through California. I think pretty much the whole world knows what transpired that day and since then. It was interesting for me editing that video because I was in somewhat of a state of ignorant bliss. They had predicted there could be damage, there was high fire danger, but I didn't really know that anything would actually happen, and I could have never predicted how bad it actually got. I didn't find out till that evening while I sat down for dinner that a fire had erupted, and at that point there were no deaths, no injuries, but we all know how events unfolded. It's been about a week, and it's been a week filled with a lot of stress and anxiety. I had family members that were very close to evacuation. The fire was getting very close to them. I've had friends that had to evacuate. I've had friends that lost everything, homes and businesses. It has just been devastating, not to mention the many thousands of people who are now displaced and people who lost their lives. Life can change in an instant, and not just one life, so many lives. I was born in Los Angeles and spent most of my life in LA, between LA and Orange County. So obviously this is home. I passed along those areas along PCH and Pacific Palisades thousands of times. Those were the beaches that we went to as kids, and it's just like an apocalyptic zone at this point. It seems as though the winds have calmed down at this point. There is some containment of the two largest fires now, and hopefully by the time that I post my next video, there will be 100% containment of both fires. I want to take a moment just to thank all the firefighters and the first responders who have been working tirelessly, people coming together to help one another, just regular citizens. I've seen so many very heartwarming stories in the wake of all of this disaster, and it's still not done yet. So today I want to dedicate this video to them. And since I stayed inside the entire last video, I am preparing right now to take off tomorrow and spend the entire day outside. So with that, let's get this video rolling. Let's go see some beautiful places today. I think that's just what the doctor ordered. This backdrop looks unreal. It looks like a green screen. It's been so long since I've been here during the winter, I've forgotten how peaceful and quiet it is. It's a beautiful day here, just breathing in this fresh mountain air, and it's just what I needed. Going to take a little walk here on the north side of the lake. The south side probably has ice. It's in the shade, and there's a lot more snow over on that side. So I'll just stay here where it's dry and get a little walk in. It's crazy how dry and how little snow there is up here at this time of year. We are in mid-January in the dead of winter, and the roads are dry and the trail is dry here. And we are, I'm guessing, around 9,000 feet in elevation. You can see that the trail on the other side is snow covered. I would have walked that side, but I don't have my micro spikes. Came unprepared. Does anyone know what these noises are? I thought it was birds at first, but now I think it's the ice on the lake. Listen. There's a bunch of ice right here on the trail, so I'm going to try to skirt it on the outside. Unfortunately, I didn't hang around there too long because I dropped my mic, one part of my mic, and a gentleman said he found it on the trail and left it on a rock. So I am going to go look for it before I lose it forever. And there it is. Whew, close call. That's not the first boneheaded move I've done in the last several days. There's been a series of them, and I think it's because I am quite scattered because of everything that's going on here in California. It's definitely taken a little bit of a toll on me. It's been hard to motivate to pick up the camera, if I'm being completely honest, but it feels really good to be out here, and I'm glad that I pushed myself to get out today and get in nature. That always is very healing for me. If you have been a viewer of this channel for a while, you know that I've been here to Hot Creek before. I've been here many times, but it has been a while, and it is just a super neat place to see. I never tire of it, actually. Brought a little tailgate lunch to put together that I was going to eat up at Hot Creek. However, it started to get pretty windy up there. So I came a little further down south, and I think I found the perfect spot to have a little lunch. I'm starving. A pretty cool feature of this new truck. I've got some fixins in here in my cooler for lunch, and then some outside of the cooler. First thing I'm going to do is get some hot tea going, but it is still a little breezy out here. Okay. Let that steep for a little bit. Got a bee going after the honey. Landed right on the honey container. Better put that away. It's going to attract more probably. Okay, now unfortunately I'm dealing with this bee that will not leave me alone. I put away the tea in the truck so it wouldn't smell the honey. But it's interested in everything else I have as well, so I'm going to try to get this done. Just chop those up a little bit more. Oop, lost one. Some chicken that I cooked previously. Probably not going to use all of it. So we have some spring greens mix. And then I'll just add a little balsamic vinaigrette to top it off. Have a nice healthy lunch. It looks awesome. Dude, go away. Dude. Dude. This bee is just relentless. He's not giving up. I don't know where he is. Right by my arm. Go away. By the way, I did install my running boards and I did it all myself. It wasn't too hard. It took me about 2 hours, and I did attempt the wheel well covers, but that was a pain in the butt and I couldn't do it, so I gave up. Might have to have somebody help me with that. That salad hit the spot. By the way, behind me, those are the White Mountains, and then behind the camera, that is the Sierra Nevada mountain range. It's kind of odd being up here because you would never know about the devastation going on down south by being up here. And it's a familiar feeling to me because I was in Van Nuys, California when the 1994 earthquake happened in Northridge. So I was really close to the epicenter. And Van Nuys was like a battle zone. It was like apocalyptic. Buildings were falling apart, falling down. I had no power. All kinds of things were broken in our apartment, and it was just crazy. So since I did not have any hot water or any power, I went to stay with family down in Rancho Cucamonga, which is in the Inland Empire. And there, everybody just was going about their normal life. There was no sign that an earthquake had happened at all, and people were playing in the park. And up in Van Nuys, there were lines in the grocery stores for food and supplies, and down there, life was normal. And that's kind of how it feels right now. Life is normal up here, but all this devastation is going on down there. But the good news is the fires are a lot more contained, although not 100% contained at this moment, and kind of far from it, but it's looking better every day. And just seeing the kindness in humanity and all the people coming together and everyone helping one another, that has been so heartwarming. And seeing people reunited with their animals, and so many animals were displaced, and all of that has been just amazing to see. It's been really good for me to get out in nature today and get away from the news and just reset. It's been a really good day. This video is just going to be short and sweet. I'm sorry that it might be a little bit low energy, but I think that we'll be getting back to normal in the next one. Once again, I'd like to dedicate this to all of those affected by the fires, people who lost homes, lost loved ones, to all the people on the front lines. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone who has reached out to me to check on my well-being and my family's well-being. That means so much to me. You guys are amazing. If I miss one video, you guys are on top of it, checking on me, and that truly means so much to me. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, it's I could never imagine. It's pretty overwhelming. I saw some folks as I was driving on 395 that pulled up next to me and started waving. They must recognize me from the channel. So if that's you, hello. Thanks for saying hi. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone. Stay safe out there, and I will see you on the next adventure. See you soon, everybody. Bye-bye.